Why hello there, Monster Slayers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: The Darkest Ages. Episode 56, Expanding Our Entity Detection. I love it. I told Lillian to tend all the horses, and she's like, you know what? It's sauna time. Like, she ran out of meds, and she was like, alright, job's done. It's like... hypocritical oath, maybe? Certainly not the Hippocratic one. Alright, shooters. Let's get back out there. Yep, I see a few. Oh god, I see more than just a few. We have a sizable lot left to deal with. I mean, I guess they did show up like 121 of them. So that stands to reason. And this time around, I can use deployed flares to slow them down, to stun them. Because I've got the material for rearming. So that might not be unreasonable. Most of these chambers are probably going to die about a day. But I want to be the one to just kill them. So Valka, you'll use your disrupt flare first. Oh, never mind. It's ineffective on shamblers. I forgot about that. We're actually doing a pretty good job of separating out in their group. We only pulled like a third of their forces. And I try to keep doing that just to go max range and only aggro like a small amount. So we don't have the full swarm, because full swarm's kind of annoying. Because if I shoot like, oh no, we got a few. We did still separate it out though. But more than we can handle in a volley or two. Let's see if we can keep them following. So I know we have a hole in the wall. It's fine. This defense will still work even with a hole in the wall. What I do find most interesting, maybe, is how the Fog of War mod affects the pathfinding of enemies, so that the enemies struggle... Oh, someone should open that gate. The enemies struggle to try to find us. It's a consequence... Oh god, no friendly fire. It's a consequence of the Fog of War that I hadn't realized was going to be a factor. Which is, interesting to me. Shamblers are pretty hard to hit, yeah. Sometimes. Oh, that was a Gorehalt shamble. And I'm moving them back for lung rot reasons. Trying to stay out of the stink. Alright, this one's down but not dead, but there's nowhere to store them, so let's just finish them off. Done. Everybody take a brief break after Lillian. Oh, you know what? Lillian. Or maybe it should be McGee, because McGee is overly happy. McGee! Why are you so happy? You got recently married. Alright, well, here's your honeymoon. You get to move corpses. You're welcome! I want to close this gate, but I can't close the gate with the corpses in the way. Okay, everybody take a brief break, and then we'll hunt the remainder And yeah, if you're wondering, I could have just waited for their timers to expire, but like, we're knights protecting the land. That's not what we do. I've done it in the past because we didn't have the numbers of forces to manage it, but we have the numbers and forces to manage it, so I'm not going to shy away from the challenge. Now, the problem that we have with this last group is this bridge is full of corpses, and this is full of corpses, so there's not really a good way to like, get out there and not get diseased, other than like fording the river here. It's, but I'm going to do that now. Oh, because I want to be done with this fight. I'm not too worried about repairing the broken wall. We'll repair it once the fight's over. What about setting them on fire? If we set them on fire here, the whole the tunnel will set on fire, and then we'll have to reset the entire tunnel, which means like making a sizable amount of chem fuel again. So we could, but it's like kind of wasteful. So I'm just going to cremate them. I would consider setting on fire if there were so many corpses that it was full, and it was like a real health risk to do it any other way, but I don't think it's going to be a health risk as long as I monitor the knights for their lung rot buildup. So I can't really be sure, but I think these are the last few stragglers. And once we clear out this group, we're basically done with the shamblers. And even if we're not, they only have about a day left to survive. Oh, shoot. I did not see the breach. They got through this wall. Fine, we're managing it. I think this might be the last one. Wow, you are dapper for a shambler. And I'm gonna have Dory cremate. So perhaps I will fix the walls. That means Klein, once you're done. Go quickly patch that. I'm a little worried about... Ah, for God's sakes. They took the bridge back. Yep, I have that coming. 'Tis my fault. Lilin, go tend a Valka. The lung rot will go away eventually, but it takes a while, and it's kind of annoying to have. So for zoning, I'm going to set everyone to close now, so that we can start cremating corpses. But Lilin is going to be set to inside. Anyone with like serious rot risk, which is apparently all of them. So it's not Mike. And it's not Roy or Dory. Okay, so I take it back. Mike, Roy, and Dory. And maybe not Mike, because Mike doesn't like rotting corpses, being of a different ideology. So Roy and Dory, if your name has the R-O-Ys in it, whether there's a D or not, you're going to be responsible for cremating. Yep, cleanup duty. And I'm gonna allow all, and then ooh, whoa, these corpses, wow. They're gone already? Holy hell. That was easy. Well, Major's throwing a party. And the animal hunter from the Kingdom of the Justicars is coming. Unfortunately, it's not the right caravan. The right caravan, of course, would have been one that would buy junk, bulk goods, etc. But oh well. Close enough. A Plague Doctor mask would be a cool mod. I already have that. I could have made Plague Doctor masks. Plague masks give only a little bit of toxic resistance, though. It's not nearly enough to warrant making. In fact, they're even worse, I think, than the face masks. Yeah, significantly worse than the face masks. Oh, don't blame me for your long rot. Oh, good lord. Move. Oh my god. Yep, just casually walk the bridge. Ugh. Well, welcome to the rotting island. Population apparently you. Good lord. All right, Ginger. Trade with them and then dismiss them because, yeah, they're, I don't need them dying on my soil. So gift. Oh man, there's really nothing I want to like. I'll gift 100 herbal meds. Given the sickness, and I'll give 41 healing drafts, and that should fix some of the some of the rep breakdown that we had. Also gift the wolf skin because I only have 19 of it. I don't know what to do with 19. It's not enough. Same with the plain leather. There we go. So 51. That's pretty good. And just dismiss them because they are going to have health problems, and I really don't need to be responsible for that. Also, they are exiting the south, which is good because that does not have a lot of corpses. The Zambies didn't overrun the south. So Roy and Dory, you are responsible for cremation. Once the... Oh, you know what? I can zone everyone else to island. And then just slightly modify the island zone to not be the kill box areas. And that will allow everyone else to work on... work on the walls and stay clear of the corpses. I think that's a pretty good compromise. Oh, God. Now we have guests coming in? Okay. Well, the problem is all these guests are going to get sick as well. And then require constant medical attention. And surely I will be blamed. Let's leave this uranium door open so they maybe can traverse it quickly. No, you got lung rot. I think you had lung rot. Actually, I think these guys were in the trade caravan and they just returned to be guests. If I'm not mistaken. I'm like 95% sure that that's the case because this lung rot was tended a while ago. Not super recently. They didn't just tend, so yeah. The people that all caught lung rot are like, let's go return to the lung rot. I don't know. Guess they're just that stupid. Customer's always right. Y'all wanted lung rot? I guess you have it now. So, you're welcome? Roy should probably be taken off of lung rot duty as well. So I'm going to put Roy on island zoning. Avalka already has lung rot, so Avalka is going to be unrestricted because no more damage can be done. She's already contracted it. Mike, you can be unrestricted as well. Klein only has exposure at 7%, so you're going to be set to close. Okay. And of my visitors, rot. Oh, no. Din is not yet rotted. 4 out of 5. Maybe I shouldn't have gifted away my herbal meds, my heal root. Because I also have, like, flued horses. But whatever. I'll be fine. I'll just plant some more. Oh, speaking of planting some more. At least your doesn't die to cold snaps. Shoot. It's like Randy was like, oh, I hear you started planting your farms. So go screw yourself. Yep, I consider myself fully screwed. Thank you, Randy. Medic, you're awake? Please roof up the Devil Strand farm post-haste. I suspect the cold snap will kill everything that is not heated, so that's why I'm roofing the strand. Come on, what the hell is your oh, is this... No, you're allowed there. Go do it. Thank you, eventually. Okay, so the Devil Strand's protected. That way we'll minimize... Yeah, because everything else is dying. Surprise to no one. I saw that coming from a mile away. The good news is, there is a silver lining on this cold snap. Corpses from all these dead will stop rotting. So their lung rot risk has been negated as a result. Because you don't actively... If you're not actively rotting, you're not actively out being stinky. So... I guess that's sort of good. Oh. You know what? These have been, hold on. Let's harvest those as well, finally. I think the mod list in the details clips. But yes, I'm using Medieval 2. Yeah, it is truncated. So, to answer your question, the Medieval mod I'm using is... should say, yeah, Medieval 2. Alright, so given that there's no lung rot risk for anyone at the moment, I'm going to unrestrict everybody and get the corpses cleaned. The island wall... Oh, right, I forgot. I have the conversion ritual. The island wall is, like, just about done. Just some finishing touches. And once it's done, we'll do the conversion ritual, and hopefully Mike will see the truth in our ideology. Cool. Span the fort. Span the fort is finished. So the next task is improve entity detection, and I'll embark on that soon. So here we go. Attempt number, I don't even know what it is. Like, let's call it 5. And only Masterful will be sufficient. Anything shy of Masterful is not going to work. Major's not in attendance. Move it, Major. There we go. So everybody's here. Well, yeah, I could have guessed. I am not surprised. So, entity detection. Here's what I wanted to do. I want to place the entity detection here. So, actually, I'm going to have it be larger, only because I want to protect it with, like, a castle gate. Oh. The problem with having it be in a door... No, I'm take that back. I think what I'll do is wall it in like that, and then put a granite door here. Alright, I have a lot of bioferrite, so run a line all the way out there. And I'm going to do the same for all of the other bridges. Same sort of build concept. So that when anything invisible gets even remotely close to our castle, we know about it, we detect it, and we can act to reduce the threat. It also wouldn't be a bad idea to have detectors within, because sometimes you can't catch the intruders before they fully intrude. It's also possible that they go for the walls, albeit unlikely. But we will do everything we can to improve entity detection. And I've got 400 bioferrite, or basic, probably more than 400 actually, to run a network. Well, all of my guests are going to be, like, sick and in pain, so they're not really going to be all that happy. So I suspect that I'm just not going to make a lot of friends for a while. I'm going to increase the haul priorities, which will help to get the corpses dealt with, I think. Because that's going to be more important. Once the cold snap ends, the corpses pose a health risk. Their stay was okay. Yeah, don't come back. Like, seriously, you don't need to visit us. Whoa! The entire left side of the pond froze? That's so cool. I mean, it's cool, but like, then, you know, reaching our walls is a lot easier, isn't it? That's neat. Have a wonderful Sunday. Got Zol's on the right side. Yeah, I don't really know how the water freezing code works, but it is interesting that it like hit a third of my pond, or like half my pond, and not the other half. Seems kind of arbitrary, but it's interesting. Very interesting. The bridge is blocking the wind? No. There's no concept of, like, wind shear. I mean, plus wind doesn't affect water temperature anyway. That would be the temperature you perceive on your... That's wind chill, which affects or humans, not water. The right connects to the edge of the map. Yeah, that might be the difference. But this doesn't connect to anything. I don't know. I really don't know. I'd have to look at the code. Well, so the bridges might look at the ponds being separated out. But even then, that doesn't really explain it, because this is the smallest section. It's smaller than this. I'm actually sort of curious if it perceives. So fish population is 467. This apparently doesn't have fish. Yeah, alright, so the bridges did physically separate out the ponds. And this one has catfish at 467. This has no fish. And this is like, I don't even know, because it's frozen. I'd have to melt it to figure that out. Oh no! It's warmer than freezing now. So the rot risk is back. Okay. Everybody is going to be island bound. And then I will selectively pick individuals like Mike to be unrestricted. So Mike, go eat a meal. Update the island zone. I believe the island zone is updated. Move it, dude, move it. And now I'm sending Mike out to cremate because he's the only healthy one. Which is sad for him because, I mean, you should have had the conversion ritual. If the conversion ritual worked, maybe I wouldn't be doing this to you, but you're doing this to yourself. Oh, I see what you're saying. You mean the island zone for inside? The inside zone? That's what you want me to update? Not the island zone? Because the island zone... Well, actually, that's a good point. So, one of the issues with the island zone is if it includes the outer walls here, we'll find ourselves on the wrong side of the walls and then walk through the bridges to get here. Because if you don't have a... Like, the way the pathing works is if you're allowed into the zone, you're allowed to path here however you can. And in that case, what that means is walking somewhere really dangerous, like going over the entire bridges and then walking outside, which... So I don't know, Breakfire, if this is exactly what you had meant, but this is at least how I interpret your comment, which is we shouldn't let anyone outside of the outer walls because they could get hurt going there. This is going to take me a minute to update. And the reason why I'm not including the walls themselves is, unless you have a mod, pawns are dumb and they don't know what side of the wall they're allowed to repair it from. So if you include the walls, sometimes they'll walk outside your base to repair the walls. In the case that it's like one thick, they'll still do it. Which is bad, because then they are just as vulnerable. Which is why I'm not including the external walls. Yeah, it's time well spent, because, yeah, I've definitely... It's particularly bad. I remember in my last series that I had, which was Zed City, which I had a lot of zombies, I had a lot of issues with people repairing the walls from the wrong side and being zoned incorrectly and getting murdered. So it's annoying, but required. Cathlanon did make a mod which somewhat, I'm not running that mod, but it's a mod that fixed it so that pawns will only repair walls in the zoning that they were restricted in, so they don't do dumb stuff like walking to the wrong side of the wall and getting themselves super murdered in the process. I think what I'll do is I'll also not include... Actually, I'm going to make the decision to include this area, but not the gates. So the arquebus area is, I'll say fine. And I'll include the... not the rooms themselves, but the walls. Okay. So that's the updated island zone. And then inside, I think inside, the way I'll interpret this is inside is going to be inside the inner courtyard, like the extra safe zone. I kind of violate that with these two sections, though, technically. But I'm not, there's no strategic value of pathing them on the other side at the moment, so I'm not even going to bother fixing it until there's a reason to go on the other side of the walls for this annexation and this annexation. Alright, animals. Should be dogs inside. Not the other zone. They were zoned incorrectly too. Alright, we're good. And Mike's done a pretty good job at reducing the corpses and the bridges. I don't think he's taken a lot of health. Yeah, he's taken no health issues as a result of that work, which is great. There's only 2 corpses left on that one. There is a bunch here, though. Oh, and if my horses are up, it means they're, yeah, recovered from the flu. That's good. Cold snap is over. Awesome. Cold snap was interestingly helpful in getting some of the corpses cleaned up, but all right, medic. Let's drain these. That's a lot of poo. So he's got a minor exposure as a result of all the rot here. I'm going to keep him on the job for now, but Dory, you are going to be set to close, and Klein, you're going to be set to close because both of you have really low exposure. Ginger, you're going to be set to unrestricted. Unrestricted. Yeah, we're almost done with the cleanup. The other thing I could do is dump the corpses here. If I have it stretched out like a line, it won't like create a cloud that's deadly. The reason for this is if I move the corpses over here, we can have more people moving them around. I don't know. Maybe it's probably not a benefit, to be honest. Come on. What are they? Are they human-like? I don't know what they are. Is Part of the problem is I only have one crematorium that is close enough for most of the corpses, and the cleanup is really slow as a result. Alright, we have a raffle timer for a porcupine. This porcupine is, what, female? Okay. All of the corpses on the west bridge are cleared. And the corpse dump zone, I am going to clear all, as we don't need to do anything with that anymore. There's 2 corpses on the east bridge. More animal herders. Can I get, like, any other caravan? Like, this is getting boring. That was a male porcupine? I don't think it was. Oh, it was. Oh, God. I swear there was a female porcupine out in the wild that, I was taming. Maybe I'm wrong. Guess I'm blind. I'm gonna go with I'm blind. But it's zoned correctly now. Okay, we're almost done negating all the rot risk. There's just 3 corpses left. And I don't think anyone's gonna succumb to it. So in the other areas, let's see. I'm gonna keep it simple. It's gonna make it a little bit more expensive, but I think I'll set up the other detection zones also with heavy granite bridges. Even though it does make it more expensive, we'll have all the zones act the same way for simplicity's sake. And it's not that much more expensive. So that should be the last corpse in the way. Got another group of visitors and got the trader. Alright, so Ginger, let's get out here and give them nothing, because I really don't have anything to give them. Oh, they got pilgrims. What are pilgrims' caravan speed? I think they're really good at caravan animals, right? Oh yeah, they're even faster than horses. Dang! But, I'm gonna stick with my horses. My horses happen to be, not freaks in nature, and, that matters to me, I guess. So I'm gonna give them 8 light leather, patch leather, and hard leather, because I don't need patch leather and hard leather anymore. It's not much, but that's all I really got. Dismiss. Alright, the others are guests. We got Aubrey, the farmhand, the drunk farmhand, who's volatile and dull. Okay. We've got Honoria, the super immune, who has lung rot. Oh, yeah. Well, you might die on our watch. I mean, I'll try to tend you, but can't say you're going to survive. And that's going to be, like, a problem. And you have a scratch scar to your neck. You're a physically dull jogger. I wouldn't mind you being a jogger and a shooter. That's a pretty good combination, even if you do have breathing problems. The problem with neck wounds, because your neck is, like, so important for so many tasks, as you can see, due to the neck wound, we have, like, just a lot of stat debuffs, because as soon as you have something affecting your breathing, you lose a lot of other things, because they're all sort of interconnected. All right. Porcupine, Penguin Eddie. I think you already have a porcupine, though. Maybe you don't. Yeah, maybe you had one and it died. Hard to keep them. Not yet? All right, perfect. And I'm getting rid of the high priority haul. We'll probably have some meal problems. Yeah, okay. We have some, like, starvation problems as a result of the high priority haul. My bad. I keep forgetting that, like, my cooks probably shouldn't be set. You know what? How about this? I have an idea. For the future, my cooks are set to 1. So even when I high priority haul, they overrule it, and they will continue cooking. Oh, you know what? That's a good call. I could use the search function. I'll try to remember that from now on. That I'll just... The search function now, as of 1.6, will work for that. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld The Darkest Ages, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Dread Knights.